The existing home sales report just released by the Florida Association of Realtors is showing sales declining in Lee County by 12% and prices rising by 4%. So is this mixed news good or bad for the market? To break it down, Wink News real estate contributor Denny Grimes with us this morning. Well, thank you for coming in. What does this mean? It might be good if prices are up if you're trying to sell, and it might be good if sales are, or if if the sales are going down if you're trying to buy.
That's right. Well, the issue is, I mean, people are trying to figure out if it's good or bad. The two words I would really use would be statistically insignificant. And the reason for that is that, you know, the Florida Association of Realtors compares year-over-year numbers. And it doesn't surprise me that the sales numbers are down because it's one of my 3 predictions I made last December. And the reason for that is there's been 2 significant real estate events that have changed. Number one, last year at this time there was a tax credit. So people had to rush in to buy before the deadline, which really forced sales into the first quarter of the year. The second change in the real estate environment has been the lack of foreclosures that are coming on the market now. Last year at this time there were more foreclosures coming on the market. The reports of that, there were more foreclosures coming on the market, and since the last quarter of last year they had to slow down. So, and that's 30 to 40% of our market. So all in all, a 12% decline in sales is good relative to those 2 main events.
You know, we just had a story last night about foreclosure sales seemingly slower. Are banks holding back on that property because it's been kind of expected they might release a lot of it?
Yeah, that's been well, there's been a couple issues. One is there's always been a theory they're holding back on foreclosures, and secondly, there's been that robo-signing issue, and so they're having to basically, they stop the train on them, and so it's just a trickle. But there's going to be more foreclosures in the marketplace that we'll have to get rid of, and that will probably happen later in the year. So the 12% negative sales from last year to this year is not really significant. The other thing is if that is insignificant, then you really can't give any credit to the 4% rise in the sales price. It went from basically 88.5 to 91.5. And if you ask Lauren in weather, I mean, I don't know if it's 88.5 degrees one day and 91.5 the next day. I don't really think that's significant. And so, but the good news for our marketplace is that we have been very stable. The median sales price hasn't varied much in the last 24 months. It's been relatively stable, hasn't gone up a lot, hasn't gone down a lot. So when you are in ICU and you get upgraded to stable, that's a good thing.
That's a good place to be because we really have been on this kind of roller coaster.
Yes, right. Our market is stable, and of all the state, in the entire state of Florida, the 19 MSAs that the Florida Association of Realtors track, we are the 3rd busiest and the 3rd most affordable. So buyers are going to keep Southwest Florida in their crosshairs for some time, and that'll be good news as we move forward.
I'm somewhat surprised to see how low, I guess maybe I shouldn't be, but the median price is here, so we are an attractive place if you're in the market.
I think we're one of 2, no, I think there's only 3 places in Florida that have a median price under $100,000 besides us.
So if you're looking to buy, come on
great,
down.
great time. Yeah, there's some good deals.
All right, thanks for keeping us up to date, Denny. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Top stories, weather and traffic after this.